Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldilocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Well, good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Carolan. I am your host of In the Psychic Flow. So nice of you to join us tonight. We have a really special guest. I can't say enough about her. She's a lovely gal. We are so glad that you have joined our show. If you would like to see my website, it is www.carolancarey.com. If you couldn't get it last week, it's because I had to pay my bill, apparently, on it. It's been a year already. Can't believe it, that I brought that website up. But that gives you a little information about myself, about what I do, how to book a reading, give me a call if you have any thoughts on the show or a guest that you'd like to see on the show. All good, of course. You know, all good opinions are welcome. Any positive thinking is welcome. What else can I tell you? We are delighted to have the lovely and talented Laura Romeiro with us tonight. She is an angelic reader, among other things, and healer. She has studied under some of the best healing professionals in the world. Joanne Brokus is one of them. That is Jock Brokus' wife, and I'm sure Laura will be delighted to talk to you about her. She's a very gifted individual, and Laura had the opportunity to study under her. It's just fabulous, fabulous work. I have had readings. I'm sorry to keep saying, I'm a little off guard today, actually. I thought I had a few more minutes before my show started. I didn't. I was actually cleaning my house. I mean, it's something different for me, so I got a little involved. So I apologize. I'm in angelic mode now. I am ready to rock and roll. I have my iced coffee and latte, and I have Laura Lee on the phone, Romeiro. Her name is Laura Lee Lorkowski Romeiro, and I can't say that, so I just say Laura. She is the radio show host of Angels and Healing Light Show, which is also on Goldilocks Production. Laura is probably one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She's very talented. She's been in real estate. She's CPR and first aid instructor. She's professional with that. She's done a lot of different jobs since I've met her, but this is her best job yet, I would say. She has a very great background in healing that I'm sure she's going to tell you about. And her website is, Laura, you there?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, welcome. Here's her website, angelsandhealinglight.com. You go check it out. It is a lovely website. And what I was going to say about you, Laura, was I've had readings with you, and I do my best. You have coached me along, and I do my best to coach you, answer some questions if I can. Your readings, I've said it before, I will say it again, are so beautiful, and there is such a calming presence. It's not just a reading about your future or your past or your present or who's the dead person in spirit waiting for me. It's more of a really heavenly message that has such a beautiful, peaceful, calming effect. For it to work on me, you know, Miss Caffeine Addicted, that's saying something. I mean, I left the reading feeling like I was on cloud nine. I just had such a sense of serenity and wholeness from working with you. So I have to say that. So callers, you really need to queue up because this lady's got the connection to the Angelic Realm. Laura, talk to me about what you're doing now.
Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Carolan, and you just, you know, you make me laugh. You're just so funny, and you always make me laugh, and so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You know, when you say you kind of nudge me along and I nudge you along, you have taught me a lot. So I'm always grateful for all of the things that you've taught me as I've many times stumbled through this, but when you talk about the serenity of the readings and how you feel, it is really because of that divine presence. It's because of the presence of the angels that come through. And every reading, there's healing energy that comes to the person that is being read for. And so I connect with their angels, their guardian angels, their archangels. And so as long as somebody is open to that, they really tend to feel such a sense of peace and such a sense of lightness. And so the angels just come in and do their magic, their celestial magic. And they're always a joy, and they make me laugh too. Yes, I am easily amused, but in a different way.
Well, you know what? When you first started telling me about you were going to do angel readings, I was like, okay. Because I'm a medium, a mental medium, and, I talk to dead people, and I'm thinking, why wouldn't you want to talk to dead people? Like, why would you want to talk to angels? But your background, I have a healing background as well, but it's not as extensive as yours. You have an incredibly accomplished past in healing, and I think that's why you connect so readily. And you are an angelic person. I mean, you're open to that. So when you first told me this, I was like, okay. I didn't know what to say until I experienced it. And I have to say, I was blown away because it's a totally different reading than you will get. You really are a specialist, a different reading than you would get from anyone. As I was saying earlier, I hate to repeat myself, but, since I do it most of the time, I can't say enough about it. It had such a calming and peaceful feeling about, and I had angst, and I had anxiety, and I was upset about a few issues, and it really helped me gain perspective. How do you explain that? What magic do you work?
Well, what happens is the angels will give you the messages that you need the most. Mm-hmm. And they know what it is. They know what you need to know. They know what you need to do. So if you, and what's funny about them during my readings is they will keep repeating themselves over and over and over again until the person finally says, okay, I get it. They will almost verbatim just keep repeating themselves. Mm-hmm. So it may not be the answer someone's looking for. It may not be the answer to the question that they came into the reading with. But when that information is given to them, you can tell the lights start to go on. And that sense of, okay, yes, yeah. Maybe that's why this happened. So the light starts to dawn, and things start to click and fall into place. And a lot of times it's a way of kind of letting go as well. When you let that celestial energy and that angelic energy in, which is very loving, and in my mind, I have fun with the angels too. So they're not bias or anything along those lines. But they're
I have to
care.
say, for myself, I had an angel bookstore and cappuccino bar, which I lost my shirt on actually because I had it in the wrong place. And I didn't know what I was doing, but it taught me a lot. And I didn't really seek an angel connection. I am the least angelic person. I'm like that movie Michael, that John Travolta was in. I would be that kind of angel. That's who I am. So me reaching out to the angels seems like ridiculous to me, like they would never answer me, although they have, and especially through you. Sure. The jewel to your reading is we go in with a silly, everyday worry or anxiety about something. Does he love me? Am I getting the job? These are things that could be answered by anybody. Anybody with a tarot deck can answer this for you, or a psychic can answer that for you. What comes back from the angels to me is the bigger picture. That's what they give you. That's the uniqueness. and I can't stress it enough. Your website shows you healing, spiritual healing, Reiki, and bioenergy, pets healing and communication, angel intuitive and readings. Angel intuitive readings. Schedule an appointment. You can book online. It's a beautiful website. She has a lot of testimonials, classes, a blog, radio show links. You've got to listen to her radio show. Thank you so much once again for your devotion to my dog Marley and sending him some healing and talk about that a moment, if you will, because people want to hear about that. You said to me if he will allow me to work on him, which I respect because you should ask first, please tell me what you got on my Mr. Marley with cancer.
Well, he took a lot of energy, and he kept taking it. And a lot of times when I do healing work, I see the color of the particular energy that's going in. And when, you told me he has it's in his lungs and in his bones, so I specifically worked on those two areas. So when I did his lung work, it seems like we drew out a lot of fluid, did a lot of clearing, a lot of beautiful white energy in there, and he just, kept absorbing, which was very good. And he said to tell you that I think it was something along the lines of "I'll always be okay."
Oh.
I'll always be okay. That was his ask. Oh, I'll always be okay. So the other thing that I thought was interesting, and now here's my ego getting in the way. So when I started working on his bones, and I'm sending energy, and I'm sending healing energy, which I like to send kind of, white light energy or green light energy at the beginning. Well, it kept shifting to pink. And I kept trying to change it back. Saying, no, this isn't right in my mind, and then the energy just kept going in as pink light. And finally I realized what I was doing was kind of getting in my own way. But that energy that just kept going in was pink, and it was an energy of love. So his bones were absorbing all of this love.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's exactly how I feel about him.
Content.
Somebody asked me how he's doing, and he's on chemo, prednisone, Mucinex, a bunch of vitamins, food supplements. What was the other thing? Antibiotic. Oh, I think he has pneumonia. So when you worked on him that week following, so that was about 10 days ago, right? He has been coughing up all kinds of mucus, and I've had to wipe his nose like a little kid, But between all the healing and the medications, it's almost gone. And he is breathing better. He's doing a lot better. So I want to thank you for what you did for him, because he's my angel, and he says to me, I'm okay. And I said to other people, asked me how he's doing, and I said, he just keeps on trucking. This is his second time. I guess it's his third round of chemo. He had one a year and a half ago, and he just trucked right through it and got better every day. And when this pneumonia set in, I was a little concerned again, and I thought, this is it, But your healing really brought a lot of peace to both of us about the situation. So God bless, and thank you for that. So I am sharing that with the audience so that they will call and book appointments with you. Now, I got to tell you, you are welcome to shut me up at any time. We have some callers that are very anxious to speak with you. Are you ready to rock and roll on some reading?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Our first caller, thank you for waiting, is area code 201. What's your name, please?
Jennifer from New Jersey.
Hey.
Hi, thanks for taking the call. Do you have any messages from Spirit for me? I'm open to, whatever.
Okay. Laura, go ahead. What do you get?
Let's see, Jennifer. Yes, I do. Yours is coming from the Angels of Love. They're all Angels of Love. But in particular, I'm getting for you Archangel Samuel. Archangel Samuel is giving you a message of strength. And he's reminding you to have fortitude, to have strength, to the phrase I'm getting is, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. So he's asking you to stay strong stay strong in your shoes, stand in your truth. And he's also asking you for you to reach out to Jesus for strength.
Okay.
So courage and strength. So I don't know what's happening in your life. Are you making some changes or choices that are affecting your ability to move forward?
Going on. Yeah, stuff like that maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So the message for you is one of love, and that the angels are coming to you with a lot of love, but they're reminding you to just stay strong, stay in your faith, stay in your courage, stand strong in your shoes, and keep moving forward, and to let you know that there is no way in God's green earth that you are ever, ever, ever alone. You have resources. You have divine companions that are constantly with you, that are shoring you up, is the phrase they're using. So you have a lot of strength that you can draw from them too, Jennifer.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
You're
beautiful.
very welcome.
Thank you. Have a good night, Jennifer. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
That's pretty cool. How did you spell that angel's name, Laura?
Shamuel is spelled Chamuel.
And what are they generally responsible for, would you say?
Archangel Shamuel is pretty much known as the angel of love. So he's kind of comes across as the love of God. And so he's wonderful to help heal relationships, for one thing. He reminds us that we are perfectly loved by God and by the angels, and that we're never to forget that aspect of ourselves. And also just helps us heal relationships, helps us find the perfect relationships and the perfect balance within those relationships as well.
Now, let me stop you a moment. I forgot to explain that you use several angel decks, and they're all, and what I love about it is sometimes more than one at a time, right? You're sometimes pulling from different decks for the same reading. I found that very interesting. And also, they're all beautiful. That's even if there is some kind of maybe not, I'm not going to say bad news, but not so great news, it's washed with a lot of love and support. So there's nothing ugly about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not scary like a tarot or anything. Totally different, totally, and that's what I loved about it. When you were working on Jennifer, what deck were you using on Jennifer, if I may ask?
I was using Kimberly Maroney's deck.
Okay.
She has an incredibly beautiful deck called Angel Love, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and they're very different from what I'm used to using, but they're very deep, they're very spiritual.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for when I was trying to explain your readings. We will call about, I like the fact that Jennifer called and said, do you have a message for me? That's great. What I was getting, and I let my guests go and let them handle it, and if I have a little something, I will say something. But I did feel for you when you said healing relationships for this angel. I was like, yes, that's exactly what she needed. That's exactly what she needed to heal here with my feeling. I like the fact that Jennifer asked an open question like that. She wasn't like, oh, am I going to get the guy, I like what she had to ask. And so that's a great way. That's kind of a hint to the listeners. I think you're going to get a better message if you let go of the mundane and expect a miracle, as a response. So I thought that was beautiful. You ready for your next one?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's talk to area code 904, please. Are you there? Thanks for waiting.
Hi, thank you. My name's Patty. I live in Florida.
Hey.
Hi. Yeah, I guess since we have a special angel person, I think I'll just ask for an angel reading on whatever they want me to know.
That a girl.
God. And what's your name?
Patty.
All right, Patty. Well, Patty, right away I've got Archangel Michael coming for you.
Ah.
Well, not coming for you, but having a message for you.
Yeah, he's not coming to get you.
But if he came to get me, that would be okay. I like him. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, Archangel Michael, let's see what you got going on. Archangel Michael is reminding you of a couple of different things. One of them is the very strong power of creativity. And what's important about the creativity is that it is God-given. It's one of the ways that we really express our souls, express ourselves at a soul level. And many times that gets forgotten about, put under the rug, due to life and things like that. But he's also reminding you that power of creativity allows you to make the changes that you need. So sometimes we create situations, well, we also have the power to create those situations. So it's a reminder of your own personal power and your own personal ability to manifest changes, to bring about healing, to create peace and to create blessings for everybody. And so he's really kind of like standing there with his hands on his hips right now, telling me that on no uncertain terms, you have the ability to make change. You have the ability to change things. So I don't know if you're feeling stuck in a situation or what's happening, but he's just saying she's got, it's like that song from the 80s, you've got the power. So
Yeah.
he's reminding you of that.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, I guess I was feeling a little stuck, just going through some changes and trying to get back into doing more creative, artistic things that I haven't done in a while. So, and just
there you
everyday life, everyday life as well on the planet.
Well, Patty, this card, what's beautiful about it, there's this beautiful image of Archangel Michael standing in front of an easel, painting an absolutely gorgeous unicorn.
Oh, wow.
So that's a very
beautiful.
strong validation that will be a good thing for you to do.
Yeah.
Follow your heart.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck to you, Patty. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? The messages could, not to say that they're just general, but I'm sure they're heartfelt. I know they're heartfelt because I can hear it in people's voices. But they also apply to all of us.
Yes, they do.
Who might be feeling like they need a little support. It's always nice to feel the angel wing brush against you and let you know that they are watching out for you. That's the feeling that I get with your readings, that even though it's not specifically for me, I'll take it because it feels so good, It's just lovely. Thank you so much. I'm sure Patty appreciated that. Let's see. We have area code 347. Are you there, please?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Yeah,
Hi, what's your name?
Aaliyah.
Okay.
Aaliyah. Oh, that's a pretty name.
Yeah, and I just want to know if the angels have anything for me. Same thing.
Aaliyah. Let's see what I do have. That is a beautiful name.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
It has a beautiful energy to it. So for you, Miss Aaliyah, we have Archangel Raziel coming forward for you. And he's showering you with incredibly beautiful light that's full of sparkles and insight. It's full of a tremendous amount of insight. Archangel Raziel is known as the psychic professor, or the spiritual professor, actually. So for people that are looking to develop spiritually or develop their psychic senses, he's the professor. So if you are the willing student and you're serious about wanting to learn, then he shows up. So what he's telling you here, Aaliyah, is to tune into your ability and trust your ability to know and perceive and experience with all of your intuitive senses. So beyond the realm of our physical, go ahead and reach up into the realm of the divine, the angels, the spirits, because all of that information is available to you. So when you go within and you ask your angels to help you, then you will get the answers that you need. And he's telling me right now that have more faith in your own abilities. Have more, a stronger sense of self, because you have a lot more abilities than you give yourself credit for. So have that faith in your abilities to know what you're doing and to know that the decisions that you make, you will be able to make good decisions. Just ask your angels to guide you. And right now, actually, Aaliyah, if you don't mind, and everybody listening, I'd like you all to do this right now. I'd like you to all go to your heart, to go within your heart and ask your angels, your guardian angel, all of your angels to be with you, to help you during this moment and for every moment for the rest of your life. Ask your angels to be part of your life, to help you. And it is
now. Let me ask you something.
Done.
I could ask a question, Laura.
Yes, ma'am.
Aaliyah, that was a beautiful reading for you. I hope it was helpful to you, and it was helpful to me to hear it.
Good.
Yeah, it was helpful.
Good.
All right, well,
I'm
stay
glad.
strong, because you have a lot more going on than you give yourself credit for. So, okay,
Yeah.
and that's Archangel Raziel.
Raziel.
What I was going to interject and ask is, I'm not familiar with some of the names of these angels that you are bringing up, and they sound fascinating. What deck is that people could look at if they wanted to, or is there a place where they could find these particular angels to look them up?
They could probably look online, and I should probably put them on my website too at some point. But if you just look online, you can find information about the angels, or find some good books that address all of that talk about the angels and who they are and what they specialize in.
Yeah,
they're all
that's
really
great.
different, and they're all fascinating, and they all they have specialties. And so, the archangels in particular tend to come in and out of our lives during, for instance, Archangel Raziel really shows up when you're ready to learn or when you need a little spiritual boost. And then, when you're done learning, he'll be stepping out until he needs you again or you need him again.
Wow, that's great. Didn't know that. Fabulous. Thank you for that. So just make sure we get the spelling for people. Thank you, Aaliyah, for calling in. I hope you have a good night. I'm just trying to disconnect my one dog who has dementia from entangling herself. Okay, sorry about that. Our next caller is area code 804. That was a beautiful reading, Laura. Thank you. 804, are you there?
Yes. Hello, and thank you both for taking my call.
Sure.
You're welcome.
The reason why I'm calling is because of my cat. She lately she had been regurgitating or vomiting, and she seems like she might be in a depressed mood. Or, I had 2 other cats, but one I had put down back in May, and I had her for a long time. And her sister, unfortunately, was put down last fall around September, October. And I'm not sure if she's depressed for being alone or if she might be going through some kind of intestinal or digestive issue. Do you know what it might be? And if I can get some healing on her?
What's the cat's name? Ma'am, what's the cat's name?
Her name is Lucy. She's a tortoiseshell cat, and she's black all over with brown in the fur.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to get an image. Go ahead, Laura. Whatever you get.
Let me see what I can find here. Lucy is, it seems to me that she's having some problem in her stomach, kind of like smack dab in the middle of her stomach. So I would, I think that her best bet is to go to the veterinarian.
Okay.
She might have a blockage or something. She might have a hairball in there or something.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's something in there, and it feels. It sort of makes it feel like it's kind of raw. Like a gastritis, like a gastritis almost.
Oh, poor thing.
Okay. I'm on SSI and I was trying to look up online what I can give her, but I wasn't really sure what to get. I seen some over-the-counter things that help with digestive issues.
Are you giving her Are you giving her dry food?
Yes, it's been dry food all the time, but she acts like
I
she
would
wouldn't
switch to
accept
wet
anything.
food. I would try wet food for a while and see what happens. She may not be able to digest that. See if you can give her a little wet food or something soft. My one cat is 17, I think, now, and she acts like a dog. She thinks she should get whatever snacks I give them she wants. If I make dog food for them, she wants it. She wants softer stuff. She won't eat the dry anymore. It doesn't agree with her. So, but she's a vomiter. She's been a vomiter forever. Like she'll grab a whole bunch of food because she was outside when I got her, and then she'll shove it down and then she'll throw it up. So maybe something a little softer. What do you think, Laura? I would try that. See if that helps.
Yeah, you can try that and see if it helps. But again, I'm getting that she should get a checkup.
Yeah, see what your clinics are like.
I don't think it's anything serious, but I think that there's a medication that will help her feel better.
Okay. So I couldn't get anything over the counter.
When I with my dog with cancer with the chemo, they told me a certain drug for stomach, like Pepsid and stuff like that. I would look online and see because sometimes they can take certain medications. They had told me don't pay for this particular drug, which is like $23. You don't have to buy that. You can buy over the counter, and they gave me the name. So if you look online, you might find something that the cats can take. They're different than dogs, but I know that sometimes they can take like Pepto-Bismol or something. So I would look online, or if you have a friend that's online, ask them to look for that. That may be of help to you. And also check out your area Humane Society clinics. That's where I bring, Marley's got a couple of different doctors, but the main where I take them for shots and stuff is more reasonably priced than some other private vets. So, but thank you for calling in, and lots of luck to Lucy in the sky with diamonds. That's what she reminds me of. She's a beauty.
Lucy.
Oh. Okay.
Give her a little kiss.
I sure will.
Right.
And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
That was beautiful. Poor Lucy. I know. I have a vomiter. That's what I call her. I mean, you hear it in the middle of the night. It's like, ugh, really? So I don't even leave her dry food out anymore, because she gobbles it and vomits it. It's like pointless,
But my dog
so I give her soft stuff
this morning too.
Oh yeah.
Like what in the world is going on at 4 a.m.?
I think sometimes they eat too fast because they're afraid they're not going to get any more. That's what my cat does. She's she was outside, so she was afraid. She's not going to get enough. Anyway, so beautiful reading. Thank you for doing that pet reading. That was very nice. Our next caller is area code 856. Are you there, please?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great.
Do you have a question for our angel reader?
Sure. Whatever the spirit or whoever's on the other side is trying to give me any messages.
okay. What do you got, Laura?
Well, let's see here. What's your name?
Rosemaria.
All right,
Pretty.
Rosemaria. Yeah, we have all these beautiful names tonight.
I know. Gorgeous.
All right, Rosemaria, let's see what the angels have to say for you tonight. So we're talking, the angels are talking here that it looks like you are in a...
Oops.
You're in a kind of a search, emotional or spiritual growth. You're looking for something bigger and better and more meaningful in life. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, good. So what that means, you know, is when you're kind of ready to move on, maybe losing interest in things that once interested you. So that means you're growing spiritually, you're growing emotionally. What's important about this is to keep moving forward on that path, because as you move forward, the path gets enlightened. You become enlightened. The path is lit for you as you move ahead. Try not to let things distract you from that two path. But if you feel, you know, that there's a void, that you need to make something change, do something different, just make sure that it's a healthy change. Do things in a healthy way. So make sure to connect with your angels so that you are feeling comfortable about the path that you're on, and also understand that path sometimes can lead and will lead you in different directions. It will all turn around and come back eventually to the same road, but sometimes you make little side trips as you get there. So don't get frustrated by that. If you feel overwhelmed by that, don't let that happen. Just understand your angels are guiding you, and as long as you're willing to move forward, as long as you're willing to learn, and it feels like you're kind of at the beginning stage of this, you let them know, I'm ready, bring it on, and then watch out. You are going to just keep going and learning and moving forward and working your life purpose and working to shine your light and working to make the world a better place.
Cool. Appreciate
Beautiful.
it.
You're welcome. Thank you for giving us a call.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Your link, let me put your link to your radio show out there for people, Laura. It is www.angelsandhealinglight.com is the radio show link. That's under Goldilocks Productions 3. iHeart, it's available on iHeartRadio, Blog Talk. Where else? Spreaker, YouTube. Yes, YouTube. You have a lot of special guests, and here you had the lady that you were speaking about. The last guest that you had on, Kimberly Maroney, was it her angel deck that you're talking about? Okay. Oh, fabulous. So how did they come with this? How did they come up with that concept?
She was one of the inventors of the angel card decks. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Kimberly was, and so her decks are, you know, Doreen Virtue then sort of became extremely popular in that area of angel card decks. But Kimberly was one of really the very first, and her cards are just beautiful. They're very, very deep. They're very, very spiritual, and they just get right to your heart and right to your soul.
Wow, that's fabulous.
They're amazing. They're amazing. She's going to be on my show. I believe that's the 28th. So this month she'll be on with me again.
August 28th. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Now you're teaching some classes in Sarasota. You were doing Reiki Level 1. So, you did that on July 14th. Are you going to do any more classes on that? Because I had done a health symposium, and I said I would be happy to do, an introduction. But if people wanted to take each class, level 1, level whatever, I would refer them to you. Do you have any classes coming up, and where would they be?
I don't have any scheduled right now, but I will be coming up in the fall. I'm going to be doing an angel card reading class again and Reiki again. So I don't have them scheduled just now, but they will definitely be in Sarasota.
Okay, I will refer people to you for that. Yeah, I will refer people to you because people were asking me. I really don't teach it that much anymore. An introduction of how it works. I did like a demonstration, and I'm comfortable with that. I used to teach a lot of it, but that's not, not where my heart really is. I mean, although I appreciate it, I think there are people that are better vetted in it than I am, and I feel that you are. So if you would like to email Laura, you can get her at Laura, Laura, at angelsandhealinglight.com. And your classes, your Reiki level 1, is reasonably priced. It's a 6-hour class, something like that, for level 1?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, perfect. And you can book online, you can book readings on angelsandhealinglight.com. That's the website for Laura. Has her radio show links, her testimonials, her classes, her services, and about Laura. Very interesting, your work with pets. Very interesting. So I encourage people to read that. You had a long medical career, and you were drawn to learn Reiki. Me too. It was later in life. You also had an experience with Archangel Michael, which I believe changed your life. And how could that not, right?
Right.
I think that's just beautiful, and that you were open to the angelic realm. We have another caller here. Let me get back. I'm sorry to be juggling around here, but we do what we do. Let's see. We have area code 516. Thank you for waiting. Would you like a reading with Laura?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right.
Hi there.
Hi. Should I ask my question? Do you want my question?
Sure. Tell me your name first.
Okay, my name's Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Hi. So I was just wondering if you pick up anything. I had something very strange happen to me this morning. I'm not going to go. I wanted just to see if you're picking up on what happened.
Okay. Well, let me see what the angels have to say. And what I'm going to ask them is what you need to know for your highest and greatest good about what happened this morning. So Archangel Metatron is coming in for you. Is this something to do with children?
No.
Okay. So Archangel Metatron is an angel that helps with energy. He helps with time. He helps regulate energy. He has, I don't know if you've ever heard of Metatron's Cube, but it holds a tremendous amount of spiritual and esoteric information. And
well, I can tell you what happened after. Now I can tell you. I think I saw a UFO. I think I saw a UFO.
Oh, okay. What time?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've never seen a UFO before in my life.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's weird that Metatron would come in because he's like the big guns.
Yes, he is.
Yes, so that's the big gun. So that's kind of spot on there because if anybody knows about UFOs, it would be him, right?
Right.
I believe so. What time was
Oh,
my God. And where did you see this UFO?
Okay,
and what time was it?
It was very cloudy it's very quiet where I am. I'm in a townhouse community. I'm driving out, and I see. No, I wasn't. I'm sure if that's what I saw. I mean, it looked like that's what I saw, but maybe I was imagining something. But I saw like light coming, like it looked like a flying saucer shape, like roundish, and it was like the sun, like looked like it was peeping out, and I couldn't see right away. I'm like, oh my God, that's a weird kind of shape. So I drove a little bit, and then I looked back, and I see these lights, like dots, coming from it, like dot, 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 dot. I'm like, oh my God. I'm getting out of here.
How bizarre.
I'm sure you didn't want to be abducted, right?
That's what I was scared of. I was terrified. What did you say about abducted? That somebody? I didn't hear what you said actually.
No, I just was like, you were afraid to be abducted, right? I bet you were afraid. So what is Laura? What does Metatron have to say to her?
Well, actually,
about this?
We're going to Archangel Uriel right now about this.
Okay.
But the energy, and he wanted me to bring up Metatron's cube to her and all of the information that is in that. But Archangel Uriel is coming here to say, well, what's interesting about this is he's holding this lantern, and Archangel Uriel is the angel of peace, first of all. And but he has this beautiful light that he kind of holds to help guide you. Well, in this image, because you were saying you were talking about the ... Well, this image of the light, on top of it, there's all of these dots. So
wow.
I know. It's like,
I just want to I'm sorry, I forgot to ask the girl's name. What was the girl's name that's calling? What's your name, honey?
This is Randy.
Randy. Yeah.
Randy. Oh, Randy. I'm sorry. I did write that down. I'm awful forgetful. I'm sorry. You know, so many people, it's now the government is admitting that they have known about UFOs. And I've had friends that are psychics and stuff for years, and I'm like, oh, they're all UFOs and sightings. And I'm like, yeah. And then I saw this on, like, CNN or something, and I was like, oh, my God. They're actually admitting that they're out there.
What we all know.
Which we kind of know, but, I mean, I really don't believe it, you know. And even though I was my name is in a movie. What was that movie that with the poltergeisters? Was it a poltergeist or was it a UFO? Something coming. And they're like, Carolan, go to the light. You know, people always tease me about that. So I always kind of thought, oh, God, you know, UFOs that's BS, you know.
Right.
But apparently not. So I think what the cards are telling you, Metatron's the expert in this area, and Uriel is telling you they're coming in peace. That's my interpretation. What do you think of that?
But there's more.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Because
Go ahead.
what Uriel also does is he helps illuminate cloudy situations by lighting your pathway.
Wow.
So that may have been him coming to say, you know, I'm here to throw these lights in your path to help light your pathway.
Wow.
That's
okay.
You know, talk to where were you when this happened? What time was it?
So it was 5:40 a.m. There's nobody else
in Florida,
there. It was
or
over an open space area. It was in
because you know they launched a rocket this morning about that time.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's right. We did.
Yeah.
Wow.
All
well, I
right.
think
it's
like money.
Could it be something from the government? Like maybe it's a government, like craft or something. I don't know. But,
yeah.
Do you think it could have been a meteor?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Not with lights, though, would it?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I would check out.
Long enough.
If we had a rocket this morning, it'll be on CNN, so I'd check it out.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That is a poltergeist.
Very
Tiffany,
interesting.
my producer, your producer, my producer, is, she's saying Poltergeist. Oh, Poltergeist was the movie. She says on the History Channel on Friday nights they talk about UFOs all the time. And she's sending me another message, so it'll be like, don't you dare say, she says there's a lot of UFOs on the East Coast. That's right. I have a friend who, psychic, Jane Doherty, very well known in New Jersey and across the world, actually. She is one of the caretakers of Crystal Skull. She has been doing this, I think, 30 years. She's been a paranormal investigator and an avid UFO believer and hunter. And she must be absolutely delighted. I think she posted something on Facebook about UFOs the other day. I have to look. She is just, I'm sure she is probably ecstatic that UFOs are being seen and acknowledged more, and so that they don't look crazy, But so that's pretty interesting because I just saw something on the news that said that the Navy or the Air Force or someone, how many encounters they've had, and they are admitting to it now.
Oh,
so,
I'm sure they have. Even the major airline pilots admit to seeing them. So
right.
I think everybody's just admitting what we already kind of know and
kind of suspected. Yeah.
I think I saw one once when I was in northern Michigan on a summer night. Extremely dark up there, and saw some sort of a flying aircraft that was making perfectly rectangular flight pattern.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
A very fast rectangular flight pattern. What in the wide world of sports is that?
Right,
There's no way, an airplane could make that sort of a flight pattern. It was pretty interesting.
I like how you got Metatron for that, because that's such an interesting celestial being, and a lot of information. That's the big guns when he comes in, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I really think that was fabulous. Tell me more about your encounter with Joanne Brokus and the healing that you learned from her in particular, because she's very well known.
She's wonderful, wonderful.
Her husband
Joanne?
is the psychic medium extraordinaire. I mean, his book Deadly Departed is phenomenal.
It is
which
phenomenal.
I think you know because you took my class, and I pushed it down everybody's throat. But what a dynamic couple they are. I'm hoping that they will be coming to Sarasota, and I think you said that you mentioned it, that they might be.
Yeah.
Tell me about Joanne's work and what you learned from her.
Well, what I learned from Joanne, and I kind of ran into her, one of those serendipitous things, and I was looking for an angel book, and I couldn't find what I was looking for anywhere, and somehow ran across hers, just boom, and that's it. So I started that was my first encounter with her, was one of her books, and at one point I was reaching out to her to do some healing work for my brother. So, she does amazing healing work. And so kind of got to talk to her a little bit that way because she was helping my brother. Then she started teaching classes. She offers some healing classes, and so I'm become a certified spiritual healer through her. And I'm currently studying her angel medicine healing class. But I will tell you that I've studied a lot of healing over the years, and for me, it is the absolute perfect combination of working with the angels, working with healing. She hits on things that nobody does. She's very in-depth, very much the real deal. She really does this from her heart. She puts a lot of time researching and studying and meditating and getting the answers from her angels and guides. And so she
now,
didn't you have dedicated
her on
to
your
healing.
Show? Did you
Yes,
have her
I
as a
did.
guest? Yes.
Yeah.
And Lori, your archives on Goldilocks Productions, is that how you find? And do you have them on your website, or did they go to Goldilocks Productions to see your archives?
Some of them are on my website.
Okay.
I think hers are on my website. It took me a really long time to be able to load those. For some reason, I was having technical difficulty. Most of them are on my website now. Okay. I'm going to give that one more time. Let's see. angelsandhealinglight.com. The fabulous Laura Romeiro. We have a few minutes left if you would like to see her website and get in contact with her. She has an excellent show. I have to admit, I am not always up. I am up early on a food routine with these guys, my big guy, my little guy, and the cat, and then I will go back to bed. And when I wake up like 11, 12, I'm like, oh, damn, I missed the show. But I do listen on the archive. So thank you for giving us such a fabulous show. You're a lovely teacher. I had you at the Sarasota Center of Light to teach reading angel cards. That was fabulous. Well received. I enjoy
Thank
teaching.
You very much.
I enjoy bringing that to people. It's watching their faces when they make that connection and get their own messages from angels is just priceless.
What is, thank you for talking about Joanne and her teachings with you. Tell me a little bit about Archangel Michael and how he came to you. I love that story. If you could tell our listeners that, it would be great.
Well, I was in my early stages of practicing Reiki and at a Reiki share, and I hadn't had a lot of experience yet, and I didn't know enough to really protect myself energetically from, other people's energies. So I got working on this lady, and all of a sudden had this feeling that, oh my gosh, I just got hit with the weirdest energy, and it was just not right. And so I had mentioned it to the facilitator, and Linda Herrick, who's been on my show, and I said, Linda, I just got whacked with somebody's energy, and I have no idea what to do about it. And Linda said, oh, yeah, her. Oh, yeah, she's got a few issues. Don't worry about it. It scared the heck out of me. But Linda just waved her hands, did an incantation, did a prayer, and she says, okay, well, that was Archangel Michael. I'm bringing him in, and he's clearing this all away from you. And all of a sudden, it was this whoosh, big, strong energy that came in, and here's this huge, gigantic form of I didn't know what. And it was the most incredible sensation. And you betcha he cleared that energy right up. But I was absolutely astounded that an archangel actually came to talk to me. I always thought, well, you meet them when you die. I didn't know they had anything to do with our normal everyday living. And so I just fell in love with him right then and there, bam. And so I wanted to know more about him, and the more I read and studied, the more I fell in love, and then I just started learning about all these other angels. I had no idea about all of these other angels and archangels and just this whole amazing divine celestial group of beings out there. And I just decided, I want to talk to them. And so I did, and I learned how to talk to them and hear them and get their messages and hang out and get hugs from Archangel Michael and support and guidance and insight and all of the other angels. And so I really, it's really been a treasure in my life to be able to make this connection and help others make it as well.
Well, the Angelic Realm is really amazing.
That I would have never. It is.
You do amazing work, and you're jumping into mediumship with this. I want to also say that although you use several decks as a focal point, the angelic connection is there, and what they're impressing upon you. We didn't have a lot of time tonight with each caller because these are mini readings, but a lot of it comes direct to you. You have such a connection, right? They do come to you for that individual, because I've seen that happen. And your mediumship, you're going forward, because just like, you're hitting the higher realms, let's say, than I probably would with the departed, although they're in different spheres or wherever they are, or maybe they're accompanied by angels. Your readings are like, I feel like you go to the top. I'm not putting anybody's spirit family down, but you have to admit, when the angels come in, this is like for real. This is no nonsense, It's not just Aunt Edna. It's Aunt Edna and Archangel Michael. It's kind of scary.
That's right.
So you really have a divine connection. I really appreciate that very much. So thank you so much for spending time with us tonight, Laura. Our listeners, I'm sure, appreciated it, and those messages were so heartfelt. Please catch Laura's show. Our producer is saying Goldilocks Productions, YouTube. You can find the archives. And I think that's what she said. And she's saying, beautiful, beautiful show. Thank you so much. And I want to thank our listeners for tuning in today again. Thank you, Laura, for being with us. God bless, and thank you for your healing work. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Carolan. Thank you, everybody. God bless you, too.
Thank you. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in tonight to In the Psychic Flow. I'm your host, Carolan Carey. My website is carolancarey.com. I am the Psychic Medium of Sarasota, or SRQ, as we refer to it. And the reason being not because I'm the best, the only, although I am kidding. I'm
you are
kidding.
The best.
Thank you. Laura is very responsible for some of my international work, which includes Vietnam, Canada, and Brazil, thanks to you, Laura, and nationwide. So angels and spirits know no bounds, right, Laura? So please call in and make an appointment. Doesn't matter where you are, we can make the connection. Thanks again, Laura, for being with us, and God bless our listeners. Next time, thank you. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
You're welcome.